Start recording. Voiceover off.
Alright, sorry about that. We're back now. The volume ended at a weird spot right in the middle of one of poor Greg's entries. So, to recap, the bill for cutting Mrs. Canfield's lawn was $30, and here's how he broke it down. Starting back up where we ended. $20 for the lawn, plus $10 for the time me and Rowley spent designing that flyer. But Mrs. Canfield wouldn't pay. She said our service was lousy and that we'd hardly mowed any of her lawn. I told her about the dog poop issue, but she still wouldn't cough up what she owed me. And to make matters worse, she wouldn't even give me a ride home. You know, I figured someone might try to stiff us this summer, but I never thought it'd be our very first customer. I had to walk home, and by the time I got to my house, I was really mad. I told Dad the whole story about my lawn mowing experience and how Mrs. Canfield wouldn't pay me. Dad drove right over to Mrs. Canfield's house, and I went with him. I thought he was gonna chew her out for taking advantage of his son, and I wanted to be there to see it firsthand. But Dad just got Grandma's mower and cut the rest of Mrs. Canfield's grass. When we were done, he couldn't even ask her for any money. The trip wasn't a total waste of time, though. When Dad wrapped things up, I planted a sign in Mrs. Canfield's front yard. I figured if I wasn't gonna get paid, I might as well get some free advertising for all my trouble. Another great job by VIP Lawn Service, 555-2941. Saturday. The VIP Lawn Service has not really panned out the way I thought it would. I haven't had any work since the first job, and I'm not starting to think that maybe something's wrong. Mrs. Canfield has been bad-mouthing me to her neighbors. I thought about just giving up and closing our business, but then I realized that with a few tweaks to the flyer, we could start things back up again in the winter. VIP snow removal. You've tried the rest, now go with the best. The problem is, I needed money now. I called up Rowley to start brainstorming new ideas, but his mom said he was at the movies with his dad. I was a little annoyed because he never bothered to ask if I could take the day off. Oh, he never bothered to ask if he could take the day off. Oops, braille malfunction. Mom's not letting me do anything fun until this fruit smoothie bill is paid off. So that means it was up to me to figure out how to earn the cash. I'll tell you who has a lot of money, and that's Manny. I mean, that kid is rich. A few weeks ago, Mom and Dad told Manny they'd give him a quarter for every time he used the potty without being asked. So now he carries around a gallon of water with him at all times. Manny keeps all of his money in a big jar on the dresser. He's got to have at least $150 in that thing. I've thought about asking Manny to lend me the money, but I just can't bring myself to do that. I'm pretty sure Manny charges interest on his loans anyway. Roderick. Handing money to Manny? I can get the rest of it to you tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out a way to earn money without doing any actual work. But when I told Mom what I was thinking, she said I'm just lazy. Okay, so maybe I am lazy, but it's not really my fault. I've been lazy ever since I was a little kid, and if someone had caught it earlier on, maybe I wouldn't be that way I am now. I remember in preschool, when playtime was over, the teacher would tell everyone to put away their toys, and we would all sing the cleanup song. While we did it, well, I sang the song with everyone else, but I didn't do any of the actual cleaning. Me. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody do your share. So, that was a horrible rendition. Sorry about that, I didn't even know the tune. So, if you want to find somebody to blame for the way I am, I guess you'd have to start with the public education system. Sunday. Mom came into my room this morning and woke me up for church. I was glad to go because I knew I was gonna have to turn to a higher power to get this fruit smoothie bill paid off. Whenever Grandma needs anything, she just prays, and she gets it right away. I think she has a direct pipeline to God or something. Grandma, dear Lord, please let me find my Dollar Savers coupon book. For some reason, I don't have that same kind of pull, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna quit trying. Me, dear Lord, please let Mr. Jefferson get hit on the head so he forgets about the money I owe him, and please let me get past the 3rd level of Twisted Wizard without having to use any of my bonus health packs. Amen. And thank you in advance. Today's sermon was called Jesus in Disguise, and it was about how you should treat everyone you meet with kindness, because you never know which person is really Jesus pretending to be someone else. I guess that's supposed to make you want to be a better person, but all it does is make me paranoid because I know I'm gonna just end up guessing wrong. Fred, wow, thanks for sharing my shoes. Me, no problem. Fred, they passed the donation basket around like they do every week, and all I could think was how I needed that money a lot more than whoever it was going to. But Mom must have seen the look in my eye because she passed the basket to the row behind us before I could take what I needed. Monday. My birthday's coming up this weekend, and it can't get here quick enough for me. This year, I'm gonna have a family party. I'm still really burned up with Rowley for bailing out on our lawn care business, so I don't want him to think he can come over and eat my birthday cake. Plus, I've learned my lesson about friend parties. When you have a friend party, all your guests think they have the right to play with your presents. And every time I have a friend party, Mom invites her friends' kids, so I end up with a bunch of people at my party I hardly even know. And those kids don't buy the gifts their moms do. So even if you get something like a video game, it's not a video game you'd actually want to play. The video game was Froggy. Froggy something. I think we got a bit of an error in here. I'll have to make it up as we go. The video game was Froggy. It says here, rough about sharing. That could be right or could be wrong. I have no clue, but that's what it says. I'm just glad I'm not on the swim team this summer. Last year, I had practice on my birthday. And Mom dropped me off at the pool. Mom. Honking the car horn. Everybody be sure to wish Greg happy birthday! I got so many birthday noogies that I couldn't even lift my arms to swim. So, when it comes to your birthday, I've learned it's best to just keep kids out of the equation. Mom said I could have a family party as long as I promised not to do my usual with the birthday cards. That stinks because I have a great system for opening cards. I put them all in a neat pile and then I rip each one open and shake it to get the money out. As long as I don't stop to read anything, I can get through a pile of 20 cards in under a minute. Mom says the way I do it is insulting to people who got me the cards. She says this time around I have to read every card and acknowledge the person who gave it to me. That'll slow me down, but I guess it's still worth it. I've been doing a lot of thinking about what I want for my birthday this year. What I really want is a dog. I've been asking for a dog for the past 3 years, but Mom says we have to wait until Manny's completely potty trained before we get one. Well, with the potty training racket Manny's got going on, that could take forever. The thing is, I know that Dad wants a dog too. He used to have one when he was a kid. I figured all Dad needed was a little nudge, and on Christmas last year, I saw my chance. My Uncle Joe and his family stopped by our house and they brought their dog, Killer, with them. I asked Uncle Joe if he wouldn't mind hinting to Dad that he should get us a dog, but the way Uncle Joe did it probably set my dog getting campaign back by 5 years. Uncle Joe, slapping Dad on the back, causing him to spill his drink. A boy needs a dog, Frank. Killer looked about the size of a small pony with Uncle Joe's 2 children sitting on its back. The other thing I have no chance of getting for my birthday is a mobile phone, and I can thank Roderick for that. Mom and Dad got Roderick a mobile phone last year, and he racked up a bill for $300 in the first month. Most of that was from Roderick calling Mom and Dad from his room in the basement to ask them to turn the heat up. The only thing I'm asking for this year is a deluxe leather recliner. My Uncle Charlie has one, and he practically lives in the thing. The main reason I want my own recliner is because if I had one, I wouldn't have to go up to my room after watching TV late at night. I could just sleep right in the chair. Plus, those recliners have all sorts of features like a neck massager and adjustable firmness and stuff like that. I figure I could use the vibrate feature to make Dad's lectures a lot more tolerable. Dad, Greg, for you really need to stop leaving your dirty clothes in the bathroom. The only reason I'd ever needed to get up is to go to the bathroom, but maybe I should just wait until next year to ask for a recliner, because I bet they'll have that taken care of in the new model. Neat. Greg sits in a new model of the lazy recliner. Flush! And we'll stop there. We'll pick back up sometime at Thursday. Alrighty. Thanks for coming out. Hopefully it was half decent and you followed along and, I don't know, enjoyed yourselves, kind of, sort of. See you next time. Sorry about the shot of the wall.
Low battery. Screen low power. Close. Button. Camera. Stop recording.